First at noon, 2 people are dead after a car slams into a charter bus packed with students returning from a trip. That crash happening late last night in Fort Lauderdale. Thankfully, all of the students survived, but the 2 men in the car were not so lucky. CBS 4's Silva Harapetian is live at the scene in Fort Lauderdale with the dramatic images of the aftermath of that crash. Silva.
Good afternoon, Elliot. It happened right across the street from Dillard High School at Northwest 27th and 11th Court. Neighbors here captured the crash just moments after the crash, and you can see the hectic scene.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're watching cell phone video.
It's gonna blow. Did they make sure ain't nobody on the bus, right?
Heart-wrenching screams of neighbors just before midnight.
It's gonna blow up, I'm telling you.
A Dodge crashed into a charter bus carrying 35 students.
Did they make sure it wasn't nobody on the bus?
The impact set the Dodge Challenger on fire. 2 men trapped inside. These images captured just before rescue crews arrived.
But it was a bystander, I think a parent actually, that was able to get a hammer and bust the window out. And him and another young lady were able to pull the bodies out of the car.
Look how fast it's burning.
Neighbors scrambled to help the students get off the bus, some clearly traumatized.
You okay? You okay? What happened? Relax, breathe. 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 It's okay.
The kids were terrified last night, and they were pretty much just scattered all over.
Scattered everywhere.
Everywhere, you know, jumping out of the bus, you know, throwing their things out, not knowing what's going to happen.
The students from across Broward County had just returned from a field trip in Tallahassee. The bus dropped off some Dillard High School students, was pulling out of the parking lot when it crashed. Parents showed up in panic. In the Dodge Challenger, the driver, 41-year-old male, and his passenger, now ID'd as 37-year-old Otis Harvey III, had just been at a friend's house watching a basketball game.
How do you explain this to a 6-year-old that her father's no longer here? And also the driver also had, you know, multiple, like a lot of kids. I can't speak on how many, but he had kids as well that are in this area. So every day we drive over here to see family, we're gonna remember this.
And back here live, you can still see the scene of the crash and where that fire happened and the car burned. At this time, the identity of the second, in fact, the driver has not yet been released. We know that 1 student on the bus and 1 adult on the bus suffered minor injuries, but it was nothing major. They were taken to the hospital to be checked out. We're live in Fort Lauderdale. Silva Harapetian on CBS 4 News.